kind of just was served upon us quite suddenly. Like, we were still in negotiations when we were served with the court order, and we were still having meetings when we were, like, after we were served with the court order.
We, talked to the Carlton Police and also talked to Police Industrial, which is like the police union. Basically, they said that they were going to tell the Carlton Police to go through whichever sort of legal nitpicking and red tape they could before they kicked us out, and it seems like they have. Because, our understanding of squatting is that basically we're trespassing, we have no legal rights, so if the university wants to, they could just call up the police and say, get those kids the fuck out of there. But obviously, they've got legal advice in some manner, and the police have said they're not going to do it without a court order. So they've had to go through that path. But yeah, they took us to the Supreme Court under this Order 53 thing, which is used to reclaim land. In most cases, it's like open and shut case. It's specifically used when there's no real dispute. We got legal advice that it would be best to try and get an adjournment if we didn't get represented. We kind of rocked up and Liz tried to represent us, but the judge was like, no, you're a lay person. Lay people can't represent other lay people, or something like that. Yeah, so, luckily we found these lawyers who were really friendly to us and managed to sort of argue a few sort of things that we thought were pretty legally dubious, but managed to win over the judge about human rights. They didn't have time to prepare a case, so the judge, I guess, was just being kind of fair. So he gave us an adjournment till the 5th.
So I guess what we've seen today is that we never expect to fight this through legal means. It's always been a political campaign.
So you won't be moving out?
We don't intend to be moving out. This is our home. People who are living at SHAC don't have anywhere else to go. So we've been providing housing for people who are otherwise homeless for 4 months now, and we see absolutely no reason to leave. There is no legal case here. It's a political case. This is a moral case about human needs. It's about housing needs. And that is the strength of our case, that we've had a successful housing co-op running for 4 months now, which has provided housing for homeless students. And it's on that basis that we've got broad-based community support from people in the local area as well as across metropolitan Melbourne.
They're already asleep. We want to wake them up. Woo! The problem is that they've been sleeping, and when you're asleep you can't talk. When you're asleep you can't think. When you're asleep you can't act. They've done nothing because they've slept all the way through. So this isn't a bedtime story, it's a story to wake them up. And to say that we're awake. Just because we're sleeping on the street doesn't mean that we've forgotten why this has happened. We haven't forgotten the crisis in affordable accommodation. We're not asleep, we haven't forgotten. So, to those sleepers upstairs, we say, dream large! Dream a bit larger than you've been dreaming recently. You've been sleeping for 5 months and you've missed your opportunity to do that. But SHAC will come back and we'll wake you up. And when you wake up, then's your opportunity to take action. So keep dreaming large.